my bit is not large enough. It's supposed to be a 1/4 inch or 8 mil. I think it's 8. Is it 8? I forgot what it was. Welcome to the boys' room. This is a 6-episode baby's room renovation miniseries. In a few weeks, my wife is going to have our first baby, and it's a boy. So I decided to make over our spare bedroom into a boys' room that he and I would share. But here's the thing. I want it to be a surprise for my wife, Erin, so she's agreed to be locked out of that room for the entire time that I'm working on it. Welcome to episode 2. All right, so I'm really frustrated right now because, I'm hanging this up here, and I got it to hang, but there's no studs on the back, which means that this is way too loose. I knew that there was going to be no studs, but I didn't know how deep the drywall was, and I did the whole stud finder thing. There aren't any. The only thing that's behind here is metal in different spots. So not only do I have to move it kind of off to the side, making it not center on the wall like I wanted it, but I also don't have a stud to go in here. So solution to that is a type of stud. It's called a snap toggle, I think it's called. But I have to order it and it won't come until the 18th. Not to mention it's like 48 euros. But basically it goes into here and there's a part that like flips up. So it's then lengthwise. So instead of it goes in and then flips up and then you put the screw inside. So it keeps it more, it keeps it stronger in there. It doesn't let it move and allows you to hang things on drywall without a stud behind it. Anyway, that's what I'm doing there. Great. So that's another few days that I have to wait for that to get, and I probably will have to undo this, spackle it back up. Speaking of spackle, I did the stud finder on here to hang these shelves up. Well, when I did the stud finder over here, initially it didn't find anything. So I was like, okay, I'm good for these 2 holes. I drill this one, great. Drill that one, hit one of those metal sheets again.
20 minutes later.
So now I just went to the store to get some of this spackle stuff, which I'm gonna plug those holes up real quick. That'll take 2 coats with 3 hours to dry between each coat, and then I'll paint that back over. And then, good thing I still have some paint too, but I'll paint that back over, add a coat of no, I probably won't add any of the coat of the chalk thing, because I think the shelf will go over it anyway. I just want to have it nice and clean so that if I remove the shelf at any point, I don't have any surprises. So, gonna clean that up, plug the hole in, repaint, and then, in the meantime, I'm gonna figure out where I can actually hang this damn thing without hitting that metal sheet in the back. So anyway, I guess projects aren't really projects like this until you encounter a whole bunch of issues, which I definitely have. So I got my 12,000 steps in today already between all the stores that I've been going to and all the little things. I mean, just all the stuff that you have to pick up. Even, I didn't have a stud finder before this, so I had to go get a stud finder. Something cool that I picked up. I don't think there's a picture on the box and I haven't taken it out yet, so I'll show you later. But I'm replacing that light there. It's a really cool light that I bought. So excited about that. Oh, and these are fun. Got little hangers for baby. So a bit of a frustrating day today, but yeah, we'll get there. All right, now I'm working on the shelves. So I measured out where I wanted them. I brought it into Photoshop like you saw earlier, decided what I want where, and now it's just all about making the holes and putting in the holders. It's a type of shelf where you don't see the supports. They're actually built into the shelf itself because I wanted it to be as sleek and streamlined as possible. This is honestly taking a lot longer than I expected it to, just because of all the problems that I'm having with with finding a spot to put both supports that doesn't hit a metal bar and it doesn't hit any electrical wiring or anything like that. But I think I finally got it. Alright, so finally got these two up. I think it looks pretty good. Now just clean up and make sure everything's stable, test them out a little bit. I'll put some weight on them for a few days just to make sure that everything's good. Pretty solid in there, so it should be good to go, but just want to test just to be sure. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Progressing, finally. Perfectionist in me is really awake and well right now because, well, I'll show you. So that screw right there. So if you see it from here, you see how it's sticking out here, and this one over here, you don't see at all. And it's really bugging me, but the reason that I can't push it all the way in is because, I don't know if you can tell, but around here, the wood started, or the composite started cracking. So my real solution here is either I go back to the store, buy another shelf, and replace it and then screw it in completely, or I just live with the imperfection of it. I don't know if there's a life lesson in here, or whether I'm supposed to learn something, or whether this screw was sent on Earth just to tease me. I don't know. But it's a very difficult decision right now. So I finally got these in, these bad boys here, and these are snap toggles. So basically what they do is they go in the wall like this, and then bam, you put that comes up, you pull it tight, you move this thing all the way down, and then you snap off the rest. So it ends up looking like that. And the good thing about that is that they're reusable, so once you put it in, you can take the screw out and put it back in. It doesn't actually damage it because the screw goes into the metal piece in the back, which is fantastic. So the only issue that I'm having right now is that my bit is not large enough. It's supposed to be a 1/4 inch or 8 mil. I think 8. Is it 8? I forgot what it was. Anyway, but it's supposed to be a 1/4 inch, and it's not. This is a little bit smaller, so I'm just kind of like working it a little bit and fudging it because I'm not about to wait for a 1/4 inch bit. So that's that. I've got 2 more to do here, and then we should be able to put this bad boy up. This has been a long time. Just because I think it's kind of cool how these things work. So I just slid it in there. So to show you, I just went like this, put it in there, and then you just make sure it drops in the back, and then you pull it back like that. And then this piece right here, this piece goes, it's kind of like a zip tie. So you push this piece all the way down till you get to the end. You make sure it's super tight. It's a little bit difficult to do with one hand here. Make sure you can see it. There we go. So I'm gonna use 2 hands real quick, and then I'll show you when it's in. So give me 1 second. It's tight in there, and this is kind of flush, so this is good. I'll probably give it a few more with this, just to make sure it's all the way in. There we go. And then the cool part is you just take it and you pop it off like that. And now you've got that hole with the metal piece in the back. Then you can take a screw to like this and just screw it in there. And like I said, it's reusable, so when you screw it, you can also unscrew it and change it out. So that's really cool. So anyway, let's get back to the action and get this done. All right, so one last thing that I want to show you about this. This is actually about the actual casing. This right here has a really cool feature, which I wish most things had. It has right there a level built in to the bar. And the cool thing is that the height of these is pretty high. So the center one is centered, so it just has the hole for the screw. But then these have a length, so that you can, before you tighten it up completely, you can kind of adjust it. And the level shows you whether you're doing a good job of it. So that, I mean, honestly, has been such, makes it so much easier to install, because otherwise I'm having to constantly use my level to make sure that everything is right. But here it's built in, which makes it really, really easy. And now for the last part, the moment of truth, if you will. It feels really solid, but of course I'm always a little nervous, but it feels really, really solid. But for the moment of truth, gotta get that bad boy hooked on to here. All right, there she is. Like I said before, I wasn't able to center it between here and this one right here because of how the wall was built and the fact that there was some metal in the spots where I needed to be. But ultimately I got it up, and honestly it doesn't look too bad if you're sitting right there and you have that. Not too bad. So my goal is for Erin to be able to sit right there, breastfeed, do whatever she needs to do, and then be able to project her phone, whatever's on her phone, onto here. Even if it's like a lullaby or something like that, or something that the baby likes, we can project it onto here. And then I've got a little Wonder Boom here, which will be connected to the sound there through Bluetooth. So that's gonna be that. I'm excited about it. I think it looks good. It's super solid, which is great. Feel good about that because it needs to be solid. It needs to be legit, and it really is. So I feel really good about that. And now, yeah, now we're all set on that. Now it's on to the other things. I got a few other things in the mail today, but Thursday is a big mail day. I have 10 things coming that day. But today, I took a picture of all of this storage open, and I brought it into Photoshop, and I'm now like reorganizing where everything's gonna be, where baby stuff's gonna be, where my stuff's gonna be. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Boys' room is coming along. I like it. So one of the things with this TV, like I said before, is that it's an American TV. Therefore it has an American plug and it has American voltage. So in order to make it work, I need this big ass, heavy ass box called a transformer. But I want to make sure that we can fit it in here underneath the changing table, and therefore made a hole in here with the drill, and now I can pass this through here, plug it in, sit that right there, and then run the TV wire down through here and plug it into this bad boy. So a little bit of a pain, but I think it's gonna be worth it once I get it to work. All right, so here's one of the annoying parts when doing this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna show you, I got the transformer in there, I made the hole, all that kind of stuff, right? Except for, I don't know if you can see, but that is the TV plug right there, and that TV plug won't reach to here. So the only way for me to do this is to turn it around like this and figure out how to plug it in without being able to see it. Definitely something that's annoying and very difficult for something so stupid. I'm just trying to plug it in, and I can't use an extension because I can't get a US extension right now. And that's what I would need. I would need a US extension to go into the transformer. It's gonna be fun. So I was able to get it in there. I mean, it's super, like I can't move this box at all, which is interesting. But let's see if it works. And I think that might be because the batteries on the remote are dead. So, update. We got the manual power button, and bam, we've got the TV. Now, I will not lie. Transformers, have always made me a little nervous. So I am going to let the TV sit there, leave it on for a while, probably all day. I really want to push the transformer and see how it works. It's a brand new transformer. I mean, brand new. we got it like a year ago, and I've used it before. Everything's worked fine. I just want to make sure. I don't know. I'm being a little paranoid when it comes to any type of electricity or anything in this area. So already this whole thing's going to be locked by key, but still, I don't know. I get paranoid, so I need to be sure. Actually, nixed that not being able to center it thing. I was actually able to center it because this thing is made really, really, really intelligently. So I didn't push it too much, but I shifted it a little bit to the left of where the bar is. And yeah, really, really good. Really, really good. Looking centered. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So I've had this, I want to know whether you guys do this too, but I have had this TV for a while now, and I never took the tape off from around the edge. And I think it comes from when I was a kid and we didn't always have a lot of money. I would keep things wrapped as long as I possibly could, or I'd never take the wrapping off of them. So whatever it was, I would just keep it wrapped the entire time because it made me feel like it was still new, and I didn't get new things off. And so if there was something new, and this has been like throughout my years, so now I'm trying to take the wrapping off and really kind of enjoy the thing without that need. But I want to know if any of you are like that, or if any of you have had that experience too. It's just, yeah, I think it's that stuff that sticks with you. Well, I was having a meeting with our team, and the doorbell rings, and a lot of packages that I was not expecting today came in. So got that big package there, and all of these, and then one right here. And I'm not even 100% sure what this stuff is. I've got like 2 pages of Amazon orders that are supposed to come in between now and next week. So now we unbox. Now it's just about putting everything in its place and starting to clean up a little bit. But most of the things that needed to be majorly done are done. There are a couple pieces that unfortunately I have to wait 4 or 6 weeks for, which kind of sucks, but they're not like integral to the whole thing, so it's not too bad. Let me kind of show everything that I got here. This is a diffuser. I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but it's kind of small. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I don't know. Looks kind of so blown out. There we go. Looks kind of nice. Then I got this. It's like a cute little pacifier thing with a little bear at the end of it. This right here, which I'm super excited about. We've got this hangs up against the toilet, or against the toilet. This hangs up in the shower against the wall and like holds toys or shampoo or whatever you want to put in here, which is kind of cool, waterproof. So that's kind of cute. What do we have? Oh, this, because I've been typically keeping my laundry, my dirty laundry, in a spot in the cabinet, and I want to make room for other stuff for the baby. So I have gotten a proper hamper, and that's that. Then let's see. Oh, there's a package I forgot here. Oh yeah, this right here, very useful for storing a whole bunch of things, and it's right next to the table here where we're gonna be changing baby. And so we can put a whole bunch of like changing stuff and creams and stuff like that in there. Then what else we have? Oh, then we have these, which directly has nothing to do with baby. These are LED lamps for filming. But indirectly it does have to do with baby, because the lamps that we have right now are huge, and they take up a lot of space because they have a huge light box on them. And so I did a lot of shopping around to get something that was a little bit smaller, that could store smaller, and that could store under our bed when we're not filming, and is honestly a lot easier to set up. So I got these newer, I don't know how to say that, lights. This is the light right here. So it's a lot smaller than the big boxes that we typically use for filming, and I'm hoping that they'll work just as well, and that we can kind of we can get rid of the other ones, sell the other ones, and then keep these to film, and they'll store a lot easier, giving me more room and more room for baby stuff.